This is one of the biggest loopholes that my accountant told me. The only way to make tax-free income in Australia. If you're a property investor or developer, you may already know that. Capital gain tax, CGT, is a tax on the profit you make when selling an investment property. How do you calculate your capital gain? Take your selling price minus the sums of all the costs related to acquiring, holding, improving, and selling the property. For example, if you purchase a property for $500,000 and sold it for $600,000, your capital gain amount will be $100,000. This $100,000 is subject to capital gain tax. The amount of CGT you pay depends on your individual circumstances, such as your income, the length of the time you own the property. You're eligible for an exemption or deduction. However, there are ways to legally minimize or have your CGT liability exempt altogether. I'll talk about the eligibility criteria for CGT exemption set by the Australian Taxation Office. According to the ATO, if you own a property and use it as your main residence, you may be eligible for a full or partial CGT exemption. Here is the step-by-step guide that you can follow to be exempted from CGT. Purchase a property under 2 hectares. Reside the property and claim it as a main residence whilst you're improving and adding value to the property. Once you add value to the property, move out to a rental property. Put the property on rent and earn rental income. 6 years absence rule applies, where if the property is sold within the next 6 years, it will be exempted from capital gain tax. Now, this is the most important part. This 6-year absence rule can be reset by moving back into the property and declare that property as a once again main residence. The key is to only declare one property as main residence and maximizing your CGT exemption by adding value to the property whilst keeping it as a main residence. This can include things like knockdown, rebuild, adding a second dwelling, or renovating. The idea is to make your property more attractive and valuable so that you can sell it for a higher price in the future. After moving back and claim it as your main residence again, you can add more value or you can sell it free of capital gains tax. Speak to your accountant. You really need a good one if you're serious about creating wealth through property investing. Follow for more.